Hi, boys and girls. This message is brought to you by Mrs. Green, and I'm going to talk with you today about your third grade webpage, where you can find it and the things that you can do on it. You've maybe got a piece of paper that shows you how to get onto the third grade webpage, and when you scroll down, it gives you some projects that you can do on the webpage today. If you're a visual brain and you like looking at directions that look like this, you can use these. If you're a doing kind of a brain, I'll show you how to get to the web page here, and then I'll store this movie on your web page so that if you want to look at it again and remind yourself how to do things on the page, you can. So here we go. First things first, did you know that every single time you log into a computer or an iPad at Vermilion Elementary School, where you put your name or VES and ABC, this language pops up? You may never have even noticed it before, and it actually pops up right underneath where you put VES and ABC, and it's in white. It's in white writing. And it says this. It says property of Vermilion Local Schools. It says, by logging in, you are agreeing to follow the district acceptable use policy. So what does that mean in third grade English? What it means is when you log in by putting in VES ABC or putting in your name, you are agreeing that you're going to follow the rules of using the technology that belongs to Vermilion Elementary School. So that means that if your teacher tells you to do something specific, you're going to do that. And you're sure not going to change around the home page or switch things around and move things, because that would not be following the district acceptable use policy. So every time you log in, you make that promise. Okay, moving right along, let's go to the web page. So where do we go? Well, let's go click on Safari. If you're doing this at home, you'll have to Google Vermilion Local Schools and get to the web page. But of course here, when you go to the internet, it pops right up. So here it is. Okay, first thing we do is go to Our Schools, click Vermilion Elementary. Scroll down to teachers' websites. I know you've done this before unless you're new here to Vermilion Elementary School, because we've been going to Mr. Hayes and Mr. Kaser's. But today you're going to the third grade website. So click third grade website. And boom, here it is. Right now we've got some pictures on the third grade website from last year, but pretty soon these pictures will be replaced with pictures of you. And this is the home page of your third grade website. And if you scroll down, you're going to see some old movies from old third grade projects. We don't put movies up here anymore because we have other places for movies. But if you ever want to watch old movies, these are kind of fun. And over here on the left are the things that you can do, or the places you can go on the third grade web page. And right here is the magic portal. This is probably where you're going to go the most, because this is where all of your links are stored. So let's go look at the different spots where you can go first over here, and then we'll spend some time in the portal. So right now we're on the home page. That's why the blue button is here. And I want to go to Contact. So I'm going to click Contact. And right here is a picture of your teachers. Everybody is here but Mrs. Casper, so we'll need to fix that. And then right here are links to your teacher's emails. If you ever need to send your teacher an email, or if your parents want to do that, you can tell your parents they can go do that here. Let's go down to the next section, which is virtual field trips. Let's say you've got some extra time and you want to go on a virtual field trip. Click this button. And there are some choices for different field trips you can take. You can go to the Cleveland Metropark Zoo right here if you download the file. You can go to Jan Brett's webpage, an art museum, a museum in Chicago, a Jelly Belly factory, go out to lunch, pet heroes, a dog sled race, lots and lots and lots of things here. If you want to go on one of these virtual field trips, you click download. I'm going to click it. It goes flying up here to the arrow. You click the arrow, double click it, and here comes your virtual field trip, and it's going to tell you where to go. We're not going to do that today. But if you're ever going on a virtual field trip, this is where you can find it. Okay, what else can you do here on your web page? You can go to Files, and if you go to Files, there are several choices for things that you can download. You can find a hot list of animals. You can look for resources for students that have different ways of learning. You can explore some math games here. And finally, if you want to go to the third grade blog, and this is going to be one of your choices today when you're doing projects on the web page, is to go to the third grade blog. And your teacher might say, go there and answer the question. So I clicked third grade blog, and it says, welcome to the third grade, September 2015. Here's the question. It says, what hopes do you have for third grade at Vermilion Elementary School this year? And then it tells you a reminder. It says, use a complete sentence with a capital and a period. Okay, I'm going to add a hope here. So I'm going to click comments, and up pops a place for me to comment. I'm going to put my name, Mrs. Green, and I'm going to use a complete sentence to write my hope. This year, I hope I can learn the names and interests of all third grade students. And I'm going to put an exclamation point because that's a lot of kids, and my hope is that I can learn every single person's name. So that's going to be my hope. And I'm going to submit this. And it's being submitted. Now it says your comment was successfully posted. I don't see it here yet, but if I refresh right up here, then I can see my comment. I hit the swinging arrow up here to refresh it, and that let me see my comment. This year, I hope I can learn the names and interests of all third grade students. Maybe somebody wants to write me a note back about this. So they might hit reply, and they might send me a note back, and that's okay. You can do that. You just have to make sure when you're answering the blog that you're actually answering the specific question that's asked. What hopes do you have? Make sure that you're not adding something here that says something like, I have a great family, or I love third grade, or my cat and dog are really funny, or hey, yo, what's up? That happened last year. Kids started to get really interested in using this as a place to communicate, and you can communicate here. It's fun. But you just have to make sure that you're using, that you're talking specifically about what the question is. Make sure you don't get off the track. Okay, let's go back home. We're finished with the blog. Let's go back home. And now I'm going to take you one last place on the web page, and that is to the Portal. And this is where all your links were. When you were little, your teachers made you pictures to go with the links so that it'd be easier for you to read. Now that you're older and have a more sophisticated reading level, you don't have pictures here. You just have, I'll show you what, you'll just have the names of the links that you're going to. Even if you are a below grade level reader, you're still going to be able to see how to work this. So let's go to the Portal. It's really fun. So click Portal, and here's what pops up. And look, I'm going to scroll down. These are all the places you can go. You are allowed to go to any of these places in third grade. So where can you go here? You can go to other interesting links. There's a million things here. I'm not going to look at all of them today, but there are some things for you to look at on your list of places to go today when you're finished with this movie. So maybe one of your places to go will be here in other interesting links. Or maybe you want to go look at some things about pioneers. There's some pioneer things. Maybe you want to go to some holiday things. So here are some holiday videos and things to do. Here are some animal things to do. Keep going, and maybe you want to learn about different kinds of learning styles. There's all kinds of stuff here. Hey, here's something that says, what's your learning style? And this is something you can do today if you have extra time. I think this is a blast. This is a little quiz that tells you what your learning style is. Like you answer a bunch of questions, and then it says, oh, you have a visual brain, or oh, you have a mechanical brain or a math brain. I think this is fun. So what's your learning style is a bonus for today if you like. What else is on this Portal? Oh, there's a whole bunch of math links here. There's an everyday math online link. There's some division games for when you get good at dividing. There are some multiplication games, which are a blast. There is a math lab with a whole bunch of stuff in it. A lot of different kinds of games, and we're always adding games here, so you may find that there are different things as the year goes on. Keep scrolling down. some reading and language arts links here, lots of them. Tumble Books, We Give Books, Dr. Seuss, lots of things. Going down to Fun with Words, Spelling City, Tag Zito, Blabber Size. There's some poetry stuff. Keep going. Oh, look, all the movies from last year's class are here in 2014. And look what's at the very bottom. Movies and classroom projects for you. Right now there's only 2 things in here, the Daily 5 and the introduction to a writing project we're going to do. But next time you look at this movie you're watching right now will be right here, and it will be called something like Introduction to the Class Webpage. You'll see that link for the movie we're watching right now too. So that's the Portal. Let's go back to the web page. I'm going to go back up here. I'm going to close the Portal right here. Go back to my web page. I'm actually going to close that. That takes me back to here. And let's get back to that paper you might be working on today. If you're watching this movie and it's not the beginning of September, you're probably not looking at this paper, but every month there'll be a new What's New on the web page, and that's going to give you some directions for places to go to find things on the web page. I am not going to give this away right now, but it tells you some things to click to get to different places. It gives you good directions. There's a bonus round. And you are good to go. Have a blast with the web page. Be responsible, and I'll look forward to seeing what you post here.